At the heart of silence, the eternal word, truth is one and eternal. Realize oneness with it, in your deathless self within. The following commentary is based on the teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda. In the Gospel of St. John, chapter 1, these immortal lines appear. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by Him, and without Him was not anything made that was made. In Him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shined in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. Human vision beholds individuality and separation everywhere. Divine vision beholds the oneness of cosmic vibration, of which all things, no matter how diverse, are manifestations. Cosmic sound, the Word of God, and the cosmic light, these are eternal. The world, as revealed to us by our senses, is illusory. In Autobiography of a Yogi, Paramahansa Yogananda relates an early experience he received in the divine aspect of reality. Sitting on my bed one morning, I fell into a deep reverie. What is behind the darkness of closed eyes? This probing thought came powerfully into my mind. Immense flash of light at once manifested to my inward gaze. Divine shapes of saints, sitting in meditation posture in mountains, caves, formed like miniature cinema pictures on the large screen of radiance within my forehead. Who are you? I spoke aloud. We are the Himalayas yogis. The celestial response is difficult to describe. My heart was thrilled. Oh, I long to go to the Himalaya and become like you. The vision vanished, but the silvery beams expanding in every widening circles to infinity. What is this wondrous glow? I am Ishvara. I am light. The voice was a murmur in clouds. I want to be one with thee. Out of the slow dwindling of my divine ecstasy, I salvaged a permanent legacy of inspiration to seek God. Wise are we if we meditate on that experience of Yogananda's and salvage from it even a breath of his inspiration, for, quite simply, there is nothing else. As the Bhagavad Gita says in the chapter 7, I make and unmake this universe. Apart from me, nothing exists, O Arjuna. All things, like the beads of a necklace, are strung together on the thread of my consciousness and are sustained by me. Thus, through Holy Scripture, God has spoken to mankind. Good Epiphany, everyone, also to those who are at home. When I was 10, I was in a college. I studied there, I did my homework there, I slept there, and we could go at home once a week or twice a month. Very beautiful place. And there were the priests, and those who come from Veneto, they know it's a great temple of Canova, very close to the college. And I had the opportunity to attend to the morning mass at 6 a.m. The mass was nice. The challenge was to wake up at 5. Anyway, I had the opportunity to speak with a priest and to attend to the religion classes. And within me there was one question. But if God is the creator of everything, did he know the end of the story? Did he knew everything? So at that time there was the Cold War between Russia, Soviet Union and US and the Vietnam War. So if God knew everything, why he did it that way? And so I asked the priest, and they told me, we do not have the answer. Christ suffered on the cross, and we have to suffer here because we have the original sin within us. And I was totally in opposition with such an answer. And after 2 or 3 years, I asked the same question. And all the priests, they gave me more or less the same answer. So I quit asking. But one day, suddenly one day, a woman gifted me the autobiography of a yogi. And while I was reading, the same question came on my mind. And I knew that in the book I could find the answer. And after finishing the book, a messenger came to me and he told me, in Umbria there is a disciple, a direct disciple of Yogananda. And I suggest you to meet him, to visit him. So I came here. I very briefly I tell you, I met Swami. I saw his eyes for the first time. I could hear his voice and the truth behind every single word of him. I never asked that question anymore because the answer came by itself without questioning. There was no need for that question, because when you go within yourself, you will receive all the answer. So it was not necessary to ask again. When we arrive here in this plan, God gave us a big luggage or a puzzle. You know what a puzzle is, no? But we do not have the instruction for the puzzle. We don't have the final picture. And there are thousands of pieces. And it's very individual, your puzzle. You cannot copy. You cannot copy. You have your own puzzle, you have your own pieces. So we try to end the puzzle, and at the end we see that 500 pieces are left. And so you think maybe God was wrong with his counting. But it's not. Okay? So we try to fit the piece in the puzzle and you know that it doesn't fit, but you push, you push, and so that's what we are doing. We try to build the image of ourselves in the puzzles, as a manager, as a businessman, as a carpenter, as a housewife, and there are always pieces missing. So I think of myself as a manager, and we have extra pieces in case you lost some pieces, but it's not so. The pieces are right, and every piece has been designed for its right place, because the final image will be the image of an angel. We wear this coat, the body, and then we evolve. The day before yesterday, I read a beautiful story of a very rare butterfly named Papillon Blue May. And that butterfly looks like a spiritual eye, deep blue with golden spots on the wings. And it's very rare because you can find it only in a very little area of the Borneo. So why God put that butterfly only in that forest in the Borneo? Because everything is in a process, in an evolution. The evolution that throughout the millennium has transformed a worm into a butterfly. And that's the result of evolution. And the same is for the rocks. Or maybe because the predators cannot see. So even though we don't understand, there is always a motivation behind. We have the idea to receive information, and then upon those information we build a theater. And I would like to share some stories that can show you the process. A lady was sat on a train, and then a blonde, handsome man sat beside her, blue eyes, and they gazed one each other. And she told him, "Are you Hebrew, Jews?" And he said, "No, I'm not." And then a few minutes later, that lady again, "Are you sure that you are not Hebrew?" And he said, yes, I'm sure, 100%. Okay, I see. And a few minutes later, again, "But are you 100% sure that you are not Jewish?" And he said, "Yes." "Okay, you won. I am Jewish." And the lady said, "But you don't have it, the face. You don't look like a Jewish." It's an inner movie, inner ideas you develop in your mind. Another girl was on the bus, and that lady has just one shoe. And the man asked her, "Have you got it? You have missed one. You have missed one shoe." And she said, "No, I found just one." So these are our ideas. We all have our individual ideas. The ladies that was thinking of the Jewish man, he wasn't a Jewish, and he was fine with that. Everyone has its own individuality, and God put within us a special, unique seed. That's why we are all different, and all together we are God. But we are very individual. And everything is fine. There is no difference. There is no difference between someone who lives in South America and someone else in Northern Russia. We have different habits, different culture, but it's good. We, European, with immigrants, are fine. There is no difference between others. Before God, we are all equal. Nevertheless, we are different. You know, we believe we are right, but this is not so. There is a higher explanation for everything. In India, there is a huge temple, and within that temple, there are three great divinities. And they are Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the preserver, and Shiva, the one who destroys everything. All in the creation, everything has a beginning, a moment of life, and then we will be destroyed. We will live. And those divinities were very proud because all the universe was under their control, and millions of people were worshipping them. And one day, a little child, 6-7 years old, he went before Brahma and he said, he take a little leaf and he can say, "Can you create something like that?" And Brahma said, "Oh yes, I created the universe. Imagine if I have problem in creating a little leaf." Brahma tried, opened his eyes, nothing happened. He couldn't succeed. And then the baby moved to Vishnu with the same leaf. And the leaf was dissolving, and he asked Vishnu, "Can you keep it alive?" And Vishnu tried hard, but with all my strength, with all my power, I cannot. Then the little child created a new leaf and went before Shiva and asked Shiva, "Can you destroy this leaf?" And Shiva tried, but he couldn't succeed. The three divinities was gazing on each other, and Vishnu to Brahma said, "Did you create that baby?" And Brahma said, "I really cannot remember. I have no memory of him." So they meditate, they join the samadhi, and they achieve a better understanding. Above them, there is a greater power. Everything we do is just a sparkle of a bigger light that has made the universe. We believe we are master of what we do, but we are not. Every little thing, every atom in creation, in our body, is guided by a higher intelligence. Every little particle of this universe has its own life. As Jesus said in the Gospel, you can buy a mockingbird for a few coins, no? But every single thing has its own specific individual energy and is a contribution for the entire evolution. When someone achieves the ultimate, when someone achieves a good state of evolution, he will face masters and gurus. But most of the time, what we ask to masters, we ask comfort from them, but very few are asking for a cure. Because cure means to change yourself, to change your mind, to transform yourself, means to enter into the unknown, and we have many fears about it. What will it be if I follow the Master's teachings? What will people say about what I'm doing? And so on. Do you agree? But it doesn't matter. I believe that sooner or later we will have to look at the recipe and follow the recipe 100%, because there are no other way out. Our evolution has a beginning and will have an end, and our possibility is just one alone, to decide the timing. How many time will you spend in this process? You could spend millions of years. You could spend a shorter time. Today is the Epiphany, and is a very special moment, because three kings from the east, from India, from very far, they came in order to worship the baby Christ, this immense soul that was one with God. And the angels helped the process. They informed the mother, Mary, Joseph, the father. That was quite weird, but they accepted God's design. And when we have something within us that is in need for being fitting, and when we find the feeling, we are right. So the three kings came with gold, the most precious thing, our heart. Incense, the scent of the incense represents our prayer. And sometimes it's difficult for us to listen to God because our mind is distracted. But His gifts are coming at any time. And then there is the mirror. The mirror is like a palm. It represents the victory of death. What do you offer? What are you offering to the baby Christ? Are you offering a glorious future? Or something different? I don't want to say, to use a different word. It's very important to have the strength and the courage, because nowadays the world needs warriors. Everything is changing very, very, very fast. Today there's a thing, and tomorrow there's a completely different thing. And we change very fast. And if we can fulfill our thirst for the divine, we will become more flexible, and we will reach the oneness with the Creator. As when Yogananda in his room, he saw the images of saints made of light, because at the end everything is made of light. And Yogananda wrote in the autobiography, when the old yogi can be in perfect attunement with that light that is the essence of creation, that yogi can do anything, miracle and everything. Because light and shadows made everything. When you look up above in the night, you can see the stars, an image of shadows and light. And the same when someone is before you. You can see that shape made of shades and light. And that we do have a master, and we have a better understanding. And we know his Leela, his divine play. We play with him. Yesterday, it was so amazing. I've seen so many bright eyes receiving the Kree-initiation. It's a great joy when we can embrace him once more. And when we are in his arms, a great peace comes. And I wish you all, day after day, to find the true essence of life in this universe, that is God, that is within us. That's my wish for you and the wish of we all in Ananda.